You are going to die. Some part of you has always known this, and yet you spend nearly every waking hour acting as if it weren't true. There is one story, just one, that the Buddha used to show the only sane response to that fact. And once it's in you, nothing feels quite the same again. It begins with a man walking alone through a mountain forest somewhere far from any village. He had spent the morning in silence, content among the trees, the birds, the distant water, until the silence broke. It was the deep, ground-shuddering growl of a tiger somewhere behind him. Instinctively he ran. He ran harder than he had ever run for anything in his life. His lungs were on fire. His legs were folding under him, until the ground before him simply ended, and he was standing on the edge of a large cliff. With nothing else left to try, he caught hold of a wild vine and threw himself over the edge, hanging in open air above the sheer drop. For one quiet second, he believed he was safe. Then he looked down. At the foot of the cliff, sitting in perfect patience, was a second tiger. Above him, the first tiger paced the cliff top, watching. Below him, the second tiger waited. The man clung to the vine, his only thread of survival strung between two deaths. There was no path forward, no path back, nowhere to run, nowhere to plan. For the first time in his entire life, he was completely, fully, unavoidably inside the present moment. Then he noticed something else. Two mice, one white, one black, had appeared at the top of the vine, right where it met the cliff top. Slowly, without any rush, they began to gnaw. The white mouse and the black mouse chewed in turns. Day and night, the Buddha would later say, the mice brought the vine closer to breaking with each steady bite. The man watched the vine fray. He felt the fibers part beneath his fingers, one strand at a time. He had maybe a few minutes, maybe less. And then he exhaled. Growing out of a thin crack in the face of the cliff, no more than an arm's length away, was a single wild strawberry. Ripe, bright red, flawless, alive. He reached for it. He plucked it. He placed it on his tongue. And in that moment, with a tiger above him, a tiger below, and two mice working through the last fibers of the only thing holding him to the world, he tasted it fully, slowly, savoring it. It was the sweetest thing he had ever eaten. Sweet, fresh, perfect. Not because the strawberry was extraordinary, but because he was, for once, completely, entirely, unreservedly present for it. No backwards-glancing regret, no forward-leaning fear. Only this. Only now. Only the berry. The Buddha, who carried this story forward, never told us what happened next. Whether the vine held or finally broke, whether the man fell or somehow climbed back up. That silence is not an oversight, because the story was never really about the tigers. It was never about the cliff. It was about the one single moment in this man's entire life when he finally stopped fighting what could not be changed and simply let himself be exactly where he was. The tigers had always been there, before he saw them, after he forgot them. They will always be there, in your life too. The things circling above you, the things waiting below, the things you cannot outrun, no matter how fast you move. The only real question is whether you taste the strawberry while you still can. This is the lesson the Buddha returned to, again and again. That suffering does not come from the tigers. It comes from the running, from the frantic, endless bargaining with a reality that was never going to negotiate with you. You are hanging on a vine right now. The mice are chewing. And somewhere in the small, ordinary details of this exact moment, a cup of tea cooling in your hands, a breath of cold air at the window, a glimpse of something beautiful in passing. There is a strawberry waiting. Right here, right now. The only question left is whether you are present enough to taste it.